Now, Lord, tonight we sit with humble hearts and focused minds, thanking you for another opportunity, another chance. We count it a privilege now to be in your house one more time. We thank you for this man of God. 16 years, Lord, of laboring on this side of eternity at the Second Baptist Church. Continue, God, to bless the vision you've given him. Bless the leadership that surrounds him. Bless the membership that follows him. Continue to pour out his spirit. So much so, God, that when we go down from this place on tonight, we will be able to say on one accord, what a mighty God it is that we serve. Bless us tonight. Hide us, Father. Allow your spirit to have his way. We thank you. We thank you. We thank you. It's in Jesus' mighty name we pray. Lord God said amen. Amen. How thankful we are tonight to be here. And certainly we thank the Lord for the hospitality that has been extended toward us from the Second Baptist family. Certainly from Pastor Montgomery. Thank you for extending the invitation. We count it a privilege to be in England, Arkansas. Man, on this first day in the 6th month of the year 2017. Man, it seems like yesterday it was just January. God is reminding us every day how swiftly time is flying. He's also reminding us that we need to get it right. Life is not, and longevity of life is not promised to any of us. And certainly we need to take every opportunity to lift our Savior up. And share the good news of Calvary. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. To all of these, my brothers and sisters in Christ, we thank you for your presence and your participation in the worship so far on tonight. We pray that you will continue to pray with us and pray for us. Certainly to the Paradise Baptist Church family, it does the pastor good to be able to look out and see members of the church. Amen. It does something to the pastor. It says something to the pastor. And he's able to look out and see members of the flock. Amen. Pastors can agree with me when I say it does your heart good. Because you didn't have to do it. Just by the mere fact of your presence, we are grateful on tonight, and certainly to my wife and to my 3 children. Amen. Thank God for their presence here on tonight. Again, we count it a privilege to be here. 16 years of serving, 16 years of laboring is not an easy task. I've been pastoring a little over 3 years now, and I really haven't even scratched the surface yet. And so we're thankful to God for the more seasoned pastors that we can, hopefully they allow us to go under their wing and they teach us, younger ministers, to help us to avoid mistakes that they make.
That's right.
Because if you are a seasoned pastor, it just courtesy. It's courteous of you to help a young, upcoming preacher, pastor, to help him along the way.
That's right.
So that he don't make some of the same mistakes that you perhaps made, or mistakes that you saw another pastor make.
All right.
So we're thankful for the friendship and we're thankful for the fellowship.
Yes.
Amen. I pray that this is not the last time we come to England, Arkansas.
All right. Amen.
Last time I was sharing with you, Pastor, the last time I was here in England was when my pastor and I, we were fishing. I don't remember the name of the lake, but we were fishing in a lake somewhere in England. That was my last time coming, and we're just thankful to be here on tonight.
Amen.
Not to prolong the time, there is a word that we want to lift up. It's found in the Old Testament. Book of Jeremiah. Jeremiah chapter 20. Again, I'm reading at verse number 7. As always, I often ask the church to please, if you can stand, you ought to stand. Not for me, but out of reverence to the Word of God.
All right.
Certainly, if we can stand for Donald Trump. Certainly, we ought to be able to stand for the reading of the Word of God. Jeremiah chapter 20. Again, I'm reading at verse number 7 and a few of the following verses. O Lord, thou hast deceived me, and I was deceived. Thou art stronger than I, and hast prevailed. I am in derision daily. Everyone mocketh me. For since I spake, I cried out, I cried violence and spoil. Because the word of the Lord was made a reproach unto me, and a derision daily. Then I said, I will not make mention of him, or speak any more in his name. But his word was in mine heart as a burning fire, shut up in my bones.
All right.
And I was weary with forbearing, and I could not stay.
All right.
Thank you. You may have your seat. Talk about tonight godly motivation for earthly ministry.
All right. All right.
All right. Godly motivation for earthly ministry.
All right. All right.
When Jeremiah began his prophetic ministry, it became clear to him that God had called him.
All right.
He also began with the conviction that he would be divinely protected.
All right.
And that God was going to keep him from all hurt, harm, and danger.
Yeah.
He began by thinking that he would be completely successful in everything that he undertook.
All right. All right.
See, Jeremiah was no different than many pastors and preachers today who start our ministries out for the Lord. When Jeremiah started out, he believed that no trouble would come.
All right. All right.
That he would be completely successful in everything he undertook.
All right. All right.
See, Jeremiah was not naive in believing this, because the Lord says to Jeremiah in verse number 10 of chapter 1 that upon this day I have set you over the nations and over the kingdom.
All right. Yeah. All right.
To pull down, to root out, to destroy, to throw down, to build, and to plant.
Yeah.
The Lord goes on to tell Jeremiah that Jeremiah, the army is out of the north. They're going to rise up against you.
All right.
They're going to fight against you. But Jeremiah, they're not going to prevail against you because I am with you to deliver you.
Yeah.
So when Jeremiah started out, he had the assurance of God that everything was going to just simply work out according to plan.
All right.
He believed that being that he had God's presence with him, God had assured him that the enemies were not going to get the best of him. God had assured him that his presence was going to be with him. And so Jeremiah started his ministry by believing that God was going to take care of him. God was going to keep him from all hurt, harm, and danger. God was not going to allow any enemies to get the best of him. Jeremiah started out with high hopes and great expectations. Started out with high hopes and great expectations. But when you read Jeremiah's story, you will discover that things did not go according to plan. You see, when Jeremiah utters the words of chapter 20, Jeremiah was literally at the bottom.
Yes, sir.
He had no friends, he had no followers, he had no new converts.
All right.
He had been arrested and thrown into prison. He had been kicked out of his hometown. He had even been thrown out of the temple.
All right. All right.
Now all of this has happened after the Lord assured Jeremiah that he was going to set him over the nations and over the kingdoms, to pull down, to throw down, to destroy, to uproot, to build, and to plant. All of this has happened. He has been thrown out of church. He's been arrested and thrown into prison. He's been thrown out of his hometown. All of that has happened not before the Lord assured him, but after the Lord assured him that no enemy was going to prevail against him and that he was going to be with him to deliver them. And yet, here it is, chapter 20, Jeremiah is living life at the bottom.
All right.
Pastor Montgomery, how as a pastor do we live life at the bottom?
All right. All right.
After starting out with high hopes and great expectations, how do we live life at the bottom? After starting out by believing that God is going to safely see us through, how do we live life as pastors and preachers and ministers at the bottom?
All right.
After starting out by believing that God is going to grant us his presence, grant us his power, grant us his protection, and provide for us, how do we live life at the bottom, having to encourage church members and counsel church members when all you yourself need to be counseled? When you yourself, you are having a depressed heart, a depressed spirit, you're in sorrow valley, but yet you have to stand Sunday after Sunday and give an encouraging word to people. How do you live life at the bottom? You have to pray for folk. When you have to encourage folk. When you yourself need encouragement. When you yourself need someone to lift you up in prayer. How do you live life at the bottom? After starting out with high hopes and great expectations. After starting your ministry by believing that God is going to keep you and that your ministry is going to be successful. You see, brothers and sisters, what I've discovered is like Jeremiah. Many pastors and many preachers today believe that one of the signs in which God is with you is when everything is going all right. One of the signs that many of us as pastors and preachers and ministers, we believe that one of the signs that God is showing favor on our lives and favor on our ministries and favor on the churches where we serve as pastor is when everything is going all right. When the parking lot is full. When the tithing and giving and sacrificial giving is up. When Sunday school attendance is increasing. When Bible study attendance is increasing. When the baptismal pool never catches or have a spider web on the inside of it because it's always full with water because we are always baptizing. When chairs are having to be put out every Sunday morning, one of the ways in which we determine God's favor, God's hand on our ministries and hand on our lives is when everything is going all right. The brothers and sisters, I stopped by on my way to heaven tonight to let you know that God can be walking right by your side. God can be walking with you and talking with you, and things still don't go. God can give you a vision, and people still not embrace and follow the vision, and you know the vision came from God. God can be with you. God can be navigating your life, and yet things still don't go according to plan. And so here is Jeremiah. He has been leading God for quite some time. Jeremiah is looking back over the winnowings of his life, and he realizes that God did not protect him the way that he thought God should have protected him. He's looking back over his life in chapter 20, and he comes to the conclusion, he arrives at the conclusion that things did not go according to plan. Pastor Montgomery, he is looking back over his life, and after many years of toiling, many years of laboring, many years of stressing out and toiling, many years of working in the vineyard, many years of having to do things when other people were not nowhere around, when having to do all of these things, Jeremiah arrives at the conclusion. Things had not gone according to plan, and so Jeremiah is now dealing with an overwhelming feeling of failure. He thinks that his work for the Lord has gone in vain. The people are not listening, the church is not growing, people are not following him, and he feels as though that he is dealing with an overwhelming feeling of failure, that he has not been able to measure up to God's standard. I would rest assured, brothers and sisters, I believe that Jeremiah might have even questioned God.
Yes.
Why did you even place me into the ministry? Why did you place me at the shepherd of your people? And so Jeremiah is dealing with an overwhelming feeling of failure, and his feeling of failure is coming from two things. One of the